Okay, she said, I asked everybody, could they bring $100? And if they can't, bring what they can. I said, I'm sorry, but I'm going to have to pass. Like that. Now, let's rewind a bit. Something had transpired. Now, I'm going to tell you why I kind of like said no. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. Just like I said, I've never really given money to my pastors and my bishop. Never. If they take up an offering at the time of the service in the morning or in the afternoon before the pandemic, maybe I would have put whatever I'm going to put in there, right? But like to directly give something, I never did that because I personally feel like it's supposed to be done through the auxiliaries. Each auxiliary in the church. But before I get to that, let me put the story in, and then I'll put my opinion in. So now, she had left, went down south. She used to go down, this is my pastor. She usually go down south. She used to go down south every year before her mother died. To go down there and take care of mother, check on her mother, check on the house, whatever the case may be. After her mother died, that stopped her from going down. From what I heard, the house that her mother had, she gave it to somebody. A niece or whatever, and certain family members was upset with her on that aspect. Okay. So now, this particular time, maybe it was about, I'm trying to think if it was a pandemic. Whether it was during the pandemic. I don't think it was pandemic. Maybe it was like 2018, 19, something like that. Like in the beginning of 2019. I was in shelter 2019. It may have been 2019. I don't think I was in shelter. She wasn't here. Let me see, did I get a text? I think I got a text from the bishop, my bishop, stating that we're expecting everyone to give $100 for Pastor Glover's birthday. Now, mind, she's not here, right? And it just came out the blues. This is like a week before June come in because they usually have a service for her on the first Sunday of June because her birthday is somewhere either in there or at the end of May or something like that. But I think her birthday is like June the 3rd. So they will always have the first Sunday, which is Communion Sunday. They would shut down Communion and they would have Communion that Friday. And that first Sunday, they would have her service. This is about 3 years now. Now it's been longer than that because she's been a pastor for a while. But anyway, so now I'm trying to stay focused because in my head I'm already thinking and I'm going to that, but I want to stay focused. So now he texts me. I text him back and I told him I don't have it this time. Right? I just straight point blank say I don't have it this time. Now, I'm going to be honest, I was in my little feelings. Whatever happened, happened. But my biggest feeling is that why is we giving these people money? Now, I want you to understand that this is not a personal thing. This is a logical thing. Now, maybe some of y'all that say, well, that's your pastor. You're supposed to do this and do that. Okay. Biblically, it's not in the Bible. Okay. And I don't want to hear nothing about a labor is worthy of his hire. You got to understand what that scripture is about. It's about somebody working, and after they work, they get paid. Okay. So now you got to be representing, and I want to put this in right quick in reference if somebody want to use that scripture, that verse rather. You got to put your work in. You got to do good. We got to see some results. And the person that you're working for got to be satisfied with the work that you do. Okay. Little on me, I don't mean nothing. You don't have to satisfy me. Preaching the word, you're not affecting me. You're not doing nothing for my soul. But that I'm just an individual. What I think and say don't matter to me. So therefore, I don't say nothing. But this is how I'm feeling when you come asking me for stuff. Now, you don't want to tell me nothing. You don't want to let me know nothing. Somebody be in the hospital, I don't know nothing. Somebody be sick, I don't know nothing. You get sick, I don't know nothing. You don't even ask me for prayer, right? I'm an evangelist of the church, right? I don't know nothing. But the members know. People that work at the pantry know. And, of course, Bishop know. But everybody knows. So if something out of the ordinary happened, and I hear from Sis Kershaw, and I'll be like, really? She be like, sis, I don't believe they ain't tell you nothing. No, they didn't tell me nothing. So now, all of that I'm looking at and I'm thinking about. And that plays a part with my decision. Apart from, you ain't got no business taxing us to put money in your pocket. Okay, going on with the story. So now, she's not there. Bishop asks that. I text him. I tells him, right? I think this is Sunday or Friday. This is the Friday before the Sunday service. Oh, let me put it like this. She went to where she went. This was the pandemic because she didn't come to church throughout the time. We was in church for a month and she didn't come. She was saying that God, when she got back, no, she was even saying it on the line. God didn't tell me to go back, so I'm not going back. So, okay, make a whole lot of sense. I ain't knocking that. So, but it's just, I just find it strange that you come back on the service on the Sunday that you're going to get all this money. Find it very strange. Or before that, when they're around collecting money and talking about the money and all this stuff, you're not there. But the Sunday that the money's going to be contribute to you, you come and you say, this is the Sunday that God told you to come back. Maybe he tell you to come back because you're going to get this money. I don't know. God works in mysterious ways, right? Okay, so I'm not going to even, maybe. Okay, so now, not knowing that this is the Sunday that they are going to give her the money. I don't know this. They just asking me for money. So now that Friday night before the Sunday that they plan to give her the money, the bishop is in the pulpit stating, I told everybody what I want them to give. I'm looking for everybody to give, etc., 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 right? So I'm not saying nothing because I know I text you. I told you I'm not giving nothing. I didn't say it like that. I didn't text it like that. So, but what I did say, not this time, maybe next time. And I always put that maybe in there. So you won't be looking for my money when that next time comes. It's still my choice. So now, and see, Bishop didn't ask, could you give? He was telling me and saying, I'm expecting everybody to do this. Why are you expecting that? Jesus and God is expecting everybody to get saved and serve him, but they don't. So that's why he speaks on, by Jesus, God, that's why his Bible speaks on. That's why his Bible was written for those that decide to serve him. And then he has some passages in there for those who don't. Right? So you got a choice. So you're expecting me to give up some money, and not even in the aspect of you don't even know whether I got it or not. That's not even the aspect, because whatever I want, I get. If I want a Chanel bag, I got it. If I want a Louis Vuitton bag, I got it. If I want some Yeezys, I got it. If I want, what else? I'm trying to think of something important. If I want to get my hair done, I get it done. If I want to buy $400 on some hair, I does it. So it's not even all about that I can't do it, because I can. So back in time, I would lie and say, oh, I don't have it. which at the moment I may not have it, but later on I know I will, because I'm going to take the money, that same $100 that I could give to her or to him, and buy me do my nails, get my hair done, whatever the case may be. Buy me some new clothes, buy me a new handbag, whatever. And then we'll get to the point where they would talk about it. I'm giving examples of why there is reasons not to do this. Yeah, you got money. Don't be going next door to the supermarket spending all that money. Put it in the church. The lights need to be paid for. Gas need to be paid for. It's always the lights, not too much the gas or whatever. And you never hear nothing about we want to buy some new pews. We want to put a new rug on. We never hear that. That's never the reason why they want money. They only concerned about them lights being on so that they could be there for that pantry. They ain't even doing nothing for the Lord. They shut down the church in a moment. And don't let it start drizzling. The church shut down. We won't even get into it. So I just wanted to give some examples of what actually is going on in my church. And, you know, in all honesty, people could have reasons for not doing stuff, you know. So, after the service Friday, he comes to me. And he want to say it all loud. And it's Jordan. I'm going to go downstairs. He's stopping. Ben Jordan, I'm expecting you to do that. I said, you expecting me to do what? I texted him, told you. I said, you didn't get my text? So now he's saying, no. Yeah, I said, I text you. Huh? What? I said, oh, you want to be funny? I got some laughs for you. I texted you already, and I told you I won't be able to do it. Oh, I really was expecting that. So you must be really counting my $100 in your roundup, because what, you have to replace my 100 to do whatever you want to do. And I'm gonna tell you something. I really felt like it was a reason why they wanted that money. They just wasn't giving it to her out of the kindness of their heart. They wasn't giving it to her like something that they do all the time. Because they have never, this is the first time, asking money for Pastor Glover 2 or 3 years ago was the first time they ever taxed us to give money. They would have services for Bishop Anderson. They never came to me. Maybe they did ask, but they never came to me asking me for no money. Right? So I was like, this is kind of weird. This is kind of different. They don't ask this. What are they asking for? What's going on here? I just had that deep in my spirit that there was a reason why. But I just didn't know the reason. And I was like, well, I'm not going to be caught up in that mess. I'm not going to be caught up. You don't want to be honest with me. And when he came and asked me, when we got into that conversation, I said, but this is for her birthday, right? I said, what's this, for her birthday? And he was like, see, that let me know you're lying. You done told everybody it was for her birthday. See, they know I'm the questionnaire. You just ain't going to get me to do nothing, say nothing, or anything unless I get reason behind it. You see what I'm saying? So then, when he did that, I said, I'm looking at him like, you telling a lie? Well, you definitely ain't getting my money now. I don't even know whether it's for Pastor Glover or not. No. We ain't getting not even $1 from me, no, because you're lying now. So that's another reason why it ticked me off. And I'm glad I had written that, no, not this time, maybe next time. So that way, they can't say I made the decision Friday based on what was said. No, I had already texted them. It wasn't my fault you didn't read it or see it or whatever. I sent it to you. So now, the Sunday come, Pastor Glover's there. And she's talking about, oh, I didn't even know. I had this, I had that. And then she spilled the beans, right? She said that The house that she had gave to whomever she gave it to, the roof was leaking. Is you following me now? The roof was leaking, and I think she said something about she didn't know where she was gonna get the money from, because she had to get the money. She had to get the money for quickly, or whatever the case may be. She only had a certain amount of time. Otherwise, I don't know what they was going to do. I think she said something about the insurance company. They was going to do this. They was going to do that. You know, it was all types. She was like spilling it. And I'm saying to myself, I said, oh, I got my head down. I'm saying, so that's what that money, Lord, I'm so glad I ain't giving my money to fix your roof. What? Are you serious? My lights was off. I called you up and asked you, the man standing at the door was asking you, can you give Terrence some money so they could give it to you? Can you lend me the money? And I'll give it to you. Had Terrence call because I was at my job and then we wasn't allowed to be on the phone. Terrence called me back and told me that she said you should have called. And she said no. I couldn't believe it, so I called her. Sure enough, she said no. My same pastor. She wasn't the pastor then. She was evangelist, either evangelist or elder, or maybe assistant pastor. Whatever she was, the answer was no. That was for my lights, people. Working. I called her from my job. I'm working. The same week that I called is the same week I'm going to get paid. I'm going to give you back the money such and such a time. No. The man is at the door. They're going to cut the lights off. No. Just like, remember I was talking about earlier about hurting. Now that was hurting. And my action towards her was, I ain't got nothing to say to you. You got my kids sitting in the dark. And you're supposed to be my aunt. You wasn't even helping me. But you'll help everybody else. But you wasn't helping me. No? Really? Okay. So now. I'm thinking about that now. That was crazy. That was really crazy. But anyway. That's past tense. That's in the past. That's in the past life. You see what I'm saying? I got over that. I don't hold nothing against her. Still left, and she ain't my aunt no more because her husband, which was my uncle, is dead. So she's not typically. Is that right? She's not my aunt. I never did call her auntie. Since we was in the church together, I would always call her by her title, whether it was elder, evangelist, missionary. Outside of the church, it was always that. Never was auntie. Maybe other people called her auntie this and auntie that. I never called her auntie. I guess because she was more of an aunt to them than she was to me. Okay. So, moving right along. Excuse me. So, she got up there and she started talking about her roof, and the whole roof needed to be done. And I'm so glad. I had no idea y'all was going to do this. And I had to go get the money. I had to borrow the money. So the whole concept of it is that, the whole story is that she spoke to Bishop, told Bishop what was going on. She borrowed the money from whoever she borrowed the money from, but she had to give the money back. And apparently she didn't have the money. However it was, I don't know, because I look at Pastor Glover as billionaire. So that just goes to show you never know. Whatever amount of money you got, you never know when you're going to be in the bind, when you're going to need somebody's help. You see what I'm saying? Now, apparently, Bishop didn't go in his pocket and give it to her. You see what I'm saying? That was his job. Because that is what was she? Pastor. She was a pastor. Yeah, because she having services. So, that's your pastor. I mean, it's ours too. But that's your pastor. That's your leader. You ordained her and everything. So she low in funds. You supposed to go in your pocket and take care of her. Not come taxing us in the church. Telling us to give. And then, $100. Now she asking for him $100 too. And I know why it's $100 because that's what he asked for her. But she ain't gonna have everybody just give $100 because she said whatever you got. So if somebody want to give $5 and he only getting $5. But here's the thing: whoever don't put that $100 in, she gonna put it in. So if I put in $5, because she gonna be the one collecting the money. So if I tell her, well, I only got $5, she gonna put that $5 in her pocket and she gonna put $100 there to replace me. I do know how she works. That's her. Because she don't want to be less. Okay, so now she asking me for the $100. No, I didn't give you. Okay, now let's go on. Let's rewind a bit. They asked for money for her first, right? I didn't give it to him. She going now. Stag Taisha. She must talk about me. What's the name? Michelle tells me that her mother came to her asking her to give $100 for Bishop Anderson, right? And or whatever you can give. So Michelle is telling me that. So I was like, well, now mind you, when she's asking Michelle, I'm standing there, not in the same space as them. Me and Michelle is over here talking, and she comes out the office. Now, mind you, Pastor Glover's in the office. She comes out of the office that Pastor Glover's in, and she calls Michelle from me. And Michelle's like, what, Mom, what? So she goes over to her. I guess whatever she said, oh, no, I can't give it to you now. I'll give it to you later, like that. She comes back over to me. She's talking to me. Her mother comes back up and calls her again. And she's like, what, Mom? I already told you I could do what? So she go back over to her. Whatever. And she comes back, oh, okay, Mom, whatever. So now the reason why it was 2, because I guess the first one was 100, and she was saying, well, I'll see what I can do. I don't know what I can give 100 not, but I'll see what I can do, right? So then she goes back, tell Pastor Glover. Pastor Glover tells her whatever you can give. And so now she calls Michelle and tells her that, right? Now, I don't know whether Michelle gave or not. I don't know. That's not my business. I really could care less. But when she told me that, I said, really? I said, your mother. I said, well, you see your mother didn't call me. Nobody didn't say nothing. So Bishop Anderson didn't get no. The mother didn't come to me. So now we in service, the Sunday of. This is the Sunday that they're going to have. I don't even know. I think they having a service. This is when Pastor Glover comes back during the pandemic, right? Beginning of the pandemic. But we in the church. This is I won't say the beginning. Whatever. That's not important. So she comes over to me and she says to me, we going around and we collecting money, and if you can give $100, that'd be good. If not, whatever you can. I said, huh? And she repeated herself, right? I said, well, I'll see. I had some money on me. I said, I'll see. I was like, but I was counting up my space. My prolonged space was because in my head I was counting the money that was in my bag. And then I guess that must be was indicated to her in her thoughts that I didn't have the money. And she said, well, we're also putting it in the church. The church is putting it in and then you can give it back. I said, no, that's okay. I said, no, thank you. She said, so you don't got? I said, no, that's all right. I'll pass this time. She said, oh, okay. And I didn't want nothing from the church. You're not going to take no money from the church and give it to Bishop Anderson, and then I got to give it back to the church? No offense to the church, but you ain't got no business taking no money from the church. Now, so now that all of this is in 1 month. No, all this is in 1 year. She came first because hers is June. Then Bishop come, which is September, right? Now, in all honesty, they came. No. Right. It was Bishop and Mother Anderson. That's husband and wife. So I was going to give, right, the mother did come to me, right? So when the mother went to, I got to make sure y'all understand. It's 3 times now. The mother, Elder Pastor Glover was first. I didn't give none. The second one was Bishop Anderson. That was his birthday service, which is now. Birthday service, right? No, I ain't give. The third time was for Bishop Anderson and Mother Anderson. So that's 2 funds that's going to Bishop Anderson, right? Now Mother Anderson got a service. Mother Anderson don't got no service. Bishop Anderson by himself, and now Bishop Anderson and his wife together, right? So now you coming over. Now this time, Michelle mother came to me and said, we're asking everybody to give $100. Now $100 to both of them? Is you insane? Now let me stop. And but truth, we asking everybody to give $100, but if you can't give $100, give what you can. I said, this is for both of them? And she was like, yeah, you probably can't give both. I said, no, I'm not giving both. I said, I'll give her, but I'm not giving him. I don't have for the both of them, so I'm going to give it to her. So she said, okay. So now, let me see what happened. Something happened. That's when Pastor Glover came. Because I think when they was doing for Bishop Anderson, nobody came to me. They just did what they was going to do. They never said nothing. But when it came to Bishop Anderson, Mother Anderson, she came to me first. I said what I said. And this was like in the beginning of the month. And then like the Sunday of, Pastor Glover come to me. And she asks, because I was going to give for Mother Anderson, but I forgot. To be honest with you, I did forget. Until they came to me that Sunday. When it came, that's why I was thinking. I was like, oh, let me see what I got. Because I did say I was going to give Mother Anderson something. And then when she said, well, you can give what you got. If you can't give 100, you give what you got. Or the church will put it in and you give it back to the church. I said, no, that's all right. No. She said, no, because I caught her off guard. Because I was, like that, counting the money in my head. And then when she said, the church will put it in and we'll give it back. She didn't say, I'll put it in. And you could just give it back to me. She wanted to throw the church in there to make it. I guess she thought, well, okay, the church give it to me. All right, that's nice of the church. No, I done went through a lot of stuff with people telling me that you ain't getting no more money. And I'm making programs. I got to give you all these examples so you can understand where I'm coming from. And this ain't ADHD. This is things that's coming back to remembrance to, to prove my case. So I was making the programs for the church using my printer. 2 of my printers broke down. I think one of them Pastor Glover paid for. I got whatever the case may be. The second one, it broke down. Pastor Glover didn't give me no money. Pastor Glover didn't indicate that she would pay. I had to kick out the money and pay for the printer. Thank God, God allowed the printer man, which is Canon, to give me. I got an upgrade of the old printer, and I didn't have to pay a whole lot of money. But my printers was breaking down because I was using the wrong papers, the wrong amount of papers for the printers that I got. So where my printer is only supposed to print out 10 sheets, I was printing out 20, not even 20. I was printing out 50 to 100 sheets. And if it only printed 10, I was printing out 25. I remember for the program. Ink was going like crazy. So now I bought my printer again. I'm still making programs, whatever else I'm doing with it, mainly program. And I will hook the programs up, make them look nice and everything. I wasn't getting paid for it. Pastor Glover would give the money for the printing, for the thing. And something transpired, that's another story. And I was told in my face, the church is not giving you no more money. I said, fine. In my head, I was like, well, then you don't come to me asking me to do nothing. You want to be like throwing stuff up in my face. You want to be acting like you ghetto and you the pastor. I ain't talking about Pastor Glover. I'm talking about Bishop Anderson, but he was a pastor at the time. You ain't getting no. He was the bishop. You ain't getting the church. Now I'm getting up in your face because that's how his voice was. If he could have got up in my face and be ghetto, that's what he would have did. But his voice from a distance to me was like this. You're not getting nothing else from the church. Church is not giving you no more money. I ain't say nothing. Everybody looking at me, they thought I was going to go in. I turned and looked at them. I said, fine. I said, no problem. I think I said something about, well, I guess I won't be making no more programs. I said, it's okay. Whatever I said, shut them up. Because what he said to me about me not getting no more money, everybody figured that I was going to retaliate and say something back. But I took it in. It didn't affect me at all because after all, that was my printer, right? And I said, it's okay. Whatever I said, I'm thinking that I said, well, I guess the church won't be having no more programs. I'm thinking I said that. Or either I said, well, I guess y'all won't be asking me to do nothing. Something on that fashion, because it was like a drop the mic type of thing, because somebody could have went, oh, I guess she told you. I guess that ain't that. I guess you ain't got no words for that, because sure enough, ain't nothing come after that. He didn't know what to say. Pastor Glover didn't know what to say. Everybody was just sitting there when somebody got up and said, well, let me give me some more cheese crackers and whatever. And I just sat there, drinking whatever I was drinking, whether it was coffee, whatever. I could see me now. I just know whatever I was drinking, I had to go like this. Bam. As my father would say, put that in your peach pipe and smoke it on that. My father was crazy. So now, coming back to this present time. So now, no, we got to go back to that. So now that once I said no to her, giving back to the church, the church will put it in you and we'll give it back. And I said no, that was it. No more. They didn't ask me nothing. Whatever they did. Right. So now they come. I'm trying to think if they did something for Pastor Glover this year. I'm not even remembering. Because they probably did. I think they did, but I think they had like a service on the conference line or something. I can't remember. What I can remember is that they didn't come to me asking me for no money. So now, I had a service. I forgot about this. I got to throw this in right quick. I had a service, and when I say I had a service, I'm over the missionary and evangelist. I'm the auxiliary of the president of the missionary board, department, whatever you want to call it. So I had a service. Odom was the host. And she told me to ask, because I was only asking for $25. And I was only asking for $25 or $50 from all the missionaries and evangelists. Well, no, it was $25. It was not $50. And I was going to ask everybody for $25. So when me and Odom was talking about it, and I told her about the money, and I told her I was going to ask $25, she said, no. She said the $25 can be for... Who she said $25 for? I think the $25 was for the missionaries. No. I don't even think we went to $25. It was $50 for the bishops, the pastors, and the evangelists. It was $40 for the missionaries. What was next? I think the members had to give 25 or 20. Kids 10, 5, something like that, she said. But here's the catch. Bishop gave his $50. Cheryl gave her $40. Evangelist Anderson gave her $40. I think Evangelist Anderson gave her $50, yeah. Elder Robinson gave 20. She was supposed to give 40. Missionary Smallwood gave 20. And so Michelle was saying, yeah, well, I know my mother probably don't have it. I said, that's not the issue. That's not the point. That's not the point. You know, I'm looking at it like this. If you can give $100, I don't even know whether she's giving $100. So I'm okay. I won't say nothing because maybe she's not giving $100. All right. So I was like, all right, no problem. Whatever I say, even though I don't think I agreed with her when she said that. They probably handed my whatever. And she was saying, well, I know my mother don't have it. So I was like, okay, well, if your mother don't have it, you know better than me, so it's okay. I'm not going to worry about it. So, but here's the catch. Pastor Glover did not give no $50. She's, from what I heard, I was told that she was not giving. She was not paying. So I don't know whether that was something to get back at me because I didn't give her the $100. I don't know, but I didn't give the money to her because I felt like the money was going towards somewhere else. And it was. It went towards a roof. So you ain't taking my money. Be honest. Well, Pastor Glover's in a bind now and she need us to help out. And then Bishop gets up there. I forgot about this part, so I have to rewind it. Then he gonna get up there and say, well, we so glad that we was able to help our pastor. We love our pastor. She be praying for us and praying for your souls, and you can go to her for anything. And I'm like, nah, you better talk what you know, because that ain't true. But I don't hold that. I don't look at it that way. I don't say I'm not going to do something for her or whomever because they not doing nothing for me. I may use that as an example, but it's not in my heart, because you ain't got to do nothing for me because God is my provider. He's my listener. Anything I need, he's there for me. So I don't need to go to my pastor and ask them, oh, can you give this? Can you give that? I need to talk to you or whatever. Maybe if I need to talk about something, she should be available and give me good advice. But it ain't like that. So I don't dwell on it. I go to God for all of it. I tell him all the time, Lord, if you leave me, if you forsake me, I'm by myself. So please don't. Please don't. I got to be crying my little bawling my eyes out to him. Don't leave me, because if you leave me, Lord, I'm by myself. Ain't nobody going to look after me. Nobody going to give me what I need. Nobody going to even give me what I want. I can't talk to nobody. Nobody don't understand what I'm saying. Nobody loves me. I don't care what people say. Yeah, I love you, I love you. You're lying, because you don't. And since love is a feeling and then it produces an action, I don't feel it. So all your actions ain't going to do nothing for me because I'm not feeling your love. Ain't got no love for you. Or should I say, ain't got no love for me. So now, with that being said, so he gets up and say what he said. Now, we back. I'm going to my memory bank. Just bear with me. So now we go back to after we done gave her money. Now we going back again to I said I didn't give Mother Anderson. Right. So this was all in the same year. So I didn't give none of them. So now when it come time, it was the beginning of this year, I think in March, I think it was this year. Could have been last year. We had my service. Right? And we asked for the money, they gave the money, right? So now, it could have been last year. Because this year, what did I do for Missionary Evangelistic Service? I don't even know what I done. I can't remember. But anyway, so now I get the text yesterday, whenever it was, about the bags. I did the bags. So now I'm just throwing this in there. So now I bought you bags to put in there. Now in order for me, not bags, I bought candy to go in the bags. Now in order for me to get the candy that I bought, I got to give $100. You could keep the bag, the candy, and it's cool. I didn't buy it to get it. See, that's how they work. Whatever they put in, they expect to get something out of it. I asked them to buy sodas. How am I going to get my money back? I want my money back. The mother said that. Missionary Anderson, Bishop Anderson wife. when I was having my service and I was asking people to bring stuff, and I said, well, we need some sodas. Mother Anderson said, okay, I'll bring the sodas, but I want my money back. Let me put it this way. I'll bring the sodas. So I was asking for $25. Oh, you want us to pay $25 and bring something? And pay for the sodas? I was like, yeah, is that a problem? I don't know whether I'm going to pay the $25, but I'll get the soda. But they going around asking for $100 for you. So you mean to tell me out of that 100 you can't give me $25? And here's the catch. This is what give me. The money ain't even going in my pocket. I got to go taxing people to buy stuff. Now I get to the nitty gritty. Now I get to my opinion of what I think and where I think the money should come from. Now, I make sure, let me think my memory, let me go in my brain and make sure that's all I want to say in reference to the money wise, asking me for the money and my thoughts on it. She asked me.
It's 10 o'clock.
Thank you. She asked me and I was like, no. I said, I'll pass. Like that. She said, no problem. Like that. So I don't know whether I'm going to get a bag or not. But you know what? Sunday, I'm going to be up and out of there. Because I don't want no bag. Because I always feel like when they do stuff and you sit around and you wait around, they patronize you. Make you feel like oh no.
Patronize.
Oh, wait a minute. Patronize. No, I'm using the wrong word. It says to act as a patron of, provide aid or support for, to adapt an air of condescension towards, treat heartily or coolly. Okay, to adapt an air of condescension towards, treat heartily or coolly. Oh, so that's like, okay, let me see, what did I say? What was it I said that I was using that word? They was oh, I gotta give money. I give you stuff to put in the bag. But in order for me to get a bag, I have to give money. So if I don't give the money, you can't get a bag, but you're gonna take my stuff. I can't remember what it was I was saying. But it says to act condescension. Let me see. I was looking to see if they had to look for the word. So, towards and treat holy. So now they acting coolly towards. Coolly. It says coolly or heartily. You know, like I'm thinking that's in the aspect of they talking to you, but they are. Dad, I can't explain it, but I know when I see it. I know when I see it. Let me put this word in. Let me see.
Condescension.
Okay, the attitude or behavior of people who believe they are more intelligent or better than other people. Let's go back here. Let me see. To adapt or air a condescension towards. So in other words, you'll be acting like it's an attitude or behavior who believe they are more intelligent or better than anyone. Okay. So I don't know what it was I was gonna say. So let me just go ahead. So my ADHD kicked in. So let me just move forward. So I can't. So you asking me for $100? Oh, okay. Thank you, Holy Ghost. So now let me give my opinion and what I think. Not my opinion, what I think. Well, it is my opinion thing and thoughts. So now, in reference to money that you're gonna give to your bishop or your pastor, right, on their particular services, right? First of all, from what I've heard and read and listened to, it's been said that you're not supposed to give money, your own money, to your pastor, to your leaders. Let's put it that way. Okay. So now, with that being said and heard, presented in my hearing, I feel that me being an evangelist, me being the president over the missionary department, Missionary Smallwood, I think, and Evangelist Anderson is president and vice president over the Pastor's Aid department. And from what I was told, the Pastor's Aid department is the one that's supposed to generate the money. They're not supposed to be going around to people asking them for no money. They supposed to get services, have services, whatever they're going to do, raise money, right? You're not supposed to be taxing your members to pay what you want. This is what I heard. So now, with all of that being heard and told and said, my opinion is that since I am over the missionary, I keep saying over the missionaries department, that I should be told maybe 6 months in advance how much money they want to raise for Pastor Glover, our Bishop Anderson, and Mother Anderson. No, Pastor Glover, Bishop Anderson, Mother Anderson, Bishop and Mother Anderson, because they all get their own individual services now. So now, if you want to raise $400 for Bishop Anderson, so you tell not $400, right? We'll say if you want to raise, we're just going to throw it out there, $2,000. Your goal for the money, your goal of the money for Bishop Anderson is $2,000. We're going to say $1,000 for him and $2,000 for Pastor Glover. So you let us know 6 months in advance within the year. Pastor Glover's service come first. It's June. So you're supposed to be on this. We're supposed to be having a meeting in January, even if it's in December. Okay? So in January, you make that calendar. You put all that stuff on there. Not what... Yeah, you have a goal board in the back of the church, and you keep going until you get to that board. The missionary department, they start off, they say they only got 100, we gotta make $400, or we gotta make $500. Okay, so now I'm working towards that. Got my people doing things. I'm buying candy out of my own pocket, I should be able to go inside the missionary department and get the money and pay for the candy. But our church never have no money, sad. So let me stop. And but it's the truth. So now I go and I get the money. I pay for the soda. I'm talking about soda. I pay for the for the candy, because I did this before. I paid for the candy. This is where it comes at, where they say they ain't gonna give me no more money. Because at the last minute they wouldn't. See, I have to come out and tell this story because it's coming up to this. You'll see that I tried. I asked them for some money. I wanted $200 because the candy I think was $3 or $400 or something. And I asked for $200, and it was a big issue. But they finally gave me some money. They gave me $150. When the candy came, which was about 2-3 weeks later, when the candy came, because they only gave me $200, so I had to wait till I got my own money, which was about $300 because it was $400. So I had to wait until I got the money and then send for the candy. So I think it was like a month before we got it. So I come to the church. They was having a meeting. I come to the church, and I got all these candy bars, right? I think I had like 8 boxes. I had bought enough for all the kids because everybody said I had a meeting with them the day before. Push come to shove, make a long story short, push come to shove, the kids wasn't there, and the parents was there. They had done went to Bishop Anderson, had said some stuff behind my back. Bishop Anderson called a meeting, and they not knowing I'm coming with the candy, but once they see me with the candy, they go in. So now they're being told, Bishop is saying nobody's to take no candy, nobody's to sell no candy. He talking about, well, what about the older people? Why they can't sell? I said, I ain't got nothing to do with the older people. This is the young people. We trying to raise money for the youth department, not for the adults. See, I be point blank. That's why they be mad with me. Not for the adults. So the adults ain't got nothing to do with it. If they feel like they wanna sell some candy, then they can sell some candy with their kids, because their kids gonna have a box. It was a whole big thing, and they left me with all them boxes. I had to sell 8. I think Minister Anderson, which was the president of the youth department, he took one. Cheryl, Brittany, which is her daughter, she wanted one. I wasn't going to give none of the kids nothing because Bishop had done said it in the meeting. You ain't getting nothing. Y'all don't do nothing. So, boom. Sister Kershaw came and took 2 boxes. So that's 2. Minister Anderson, 3. And Brittany was 4. So I still got 4 boxes to sell. Right? So they took the amount of boxes that they took covered the $150 that the church gave me. So when they finished selling it, I told them to give the money to Cheryl. I ain't had nothing to do with the money. Those boxes that my kids sold, the money went to them. No lie, the money went to them. I ain't gonna lie about it. Now y'all tell me if I was wrong. Y'all tell me whether I should have took the money and gave it to the church. To the church now. And it wasn't going in the youth department. It was going to the church. Now, I understand that the youth department is a part of the church, but the youth department got their own money. Just how it's supposed to be. It's not like that. But the youth department is supposed to have their own money. The missionary department is supposed to have their own money. The pastor's aide is supposed to have their own money. And the usher is supposed to have their own money. Those are the 4 auxiliaries. And then we're supposed to have some outreach out there. It should have been some money for the outreach people. But it doesn't be like that. It's all in one account. If they feel like they want to give you some money, they give you some money. So if it's only $500 in the church account, period, and we come and we need $300 of that $500 because we got to pay for a speaker, we got to do this, we got to do that, we ain't getting the money. We want to buy some food. I want to get some food. I want to get some bags. They ain't doing that. No. So I never got money. You want my $100, but I come to you for money to get to feed y'all. It's not feeding me. To feed y'all, I can't get it. But you come to me, this is the part I don't understand. You want to take from me, but you don't want to give. The Bible even say, blessed, it's better to give than receive. Am I right? Yes. So, anyway. So now, with that being said, I think that the missionary department was supposed to do service, buy candy, whatever the case may be, make muffins, cook cakes, buy some water, sell. 6 months straight, we out there. Whatever day we choose, we out there selling. We out there trying to make money. We ain't getting the money from the church. We getting the money from the people out there in the community or on your job or wherever the case may be, right? And then we come back with our $500 that we done raised for Bishop Anderson. We come back with our $500 or $600 or $700 that we raised for Pastor Glover. And then you get up there in the service and you let each auxiliary put in their envelope. The missionary department is giving $300. The pastor's aid department, this amount. Well, the pastor's aid will be the last person because they the one that's over it. The youth department, this amount. No, you going around asking us for money? No, that ain't right. That ain't right. I don't fathom that. It's just like me asking somebody, going into church, my rent is due, and I'm short of $1,000, and I go to the church, stand up in my testimony, and I say, I would like to know if anybody would help me. I don't even know what I should say, in debt. I need $1,000. You know what them people would do? They'll be like, what you need? First of all, they already concluded we ain't giving you nothing. But then I'm going to be called in the office. What you need $1,000 for? Oh, I'd rather not say. Well, you want my money. What you want it for? We don't know what you're going to do with it. You could be going to get some drugs or something. Drugs. Y'all deserve pie in your face right now. But we'll go along with that. Now, well, I'm $1,000 in debt to my rent. I can pay my rent. What? You mean to tell me the saints is not paying their rent? So what is you doing with the money? Well, I'd rather not say. So hear your brain going all over the place. Evangelist Jordan must be on some drugs because I'm skinny anyway, right? She must be taking some drugs. Oh my goodness. She's look now all of a sudden I'm looking bad. At first I was just looking skinny. Now I'm looking skinny and bad. Oh my God, what is she doing? Her clothes is falling off of her. They got all this sad looking face for me, but they ain't gonna help pay my rent. That's a shame. Nope, I'm not helping her. She done took that money and went to the drug. Well, how you know she's taking drugs? Well, look how skinny she is. Look how skinny she done got. I've always been skinny. I'm just saying, this is the mind that saints have, and it's crazy. The Bible say that if you see your brother in need and shut up your bowels. Let me get that scripture right now. If you see your brother, let's see. James 3:17. Okay, let's go here. It says, but whosoever hath this world's goods. Do not play with the word of God. But whosoever has this world's goods and sees his brother in need and shuts up his heart for him, how does the love of God abide in him? That's the New King James Version. Let me go up to the King James Version. But whosoever have this world's goods and see his brother have need and shut it up his bowels of compassion from him, how dwelleth the love of God in him? Well, I said something about how is God. How did I say that? That's what I used to say. That you see your brother in need. Well, I put it like this. I used to say it like this. The Bible says, if you see your brother in need and don't help them, that is a sin. Right? But it doesn't say it's a sin. Then I went back, changed that, and I said, the Bible says, if you see your brother in need and shut it up your bowels of mercy, how then will God not shut up his bowels of mercy against you? That's not in the Bible. Okay. And now the truth of it is, whosoever have the world's good and sees his brother have need and shut it up. So I would say, if you see your brother in need, that's what I would say. But the Bible says, but whoso hath this this world's good, and seeth his brother have need, and shutteth up his bowels of compassion from him, how dwelleth the love of God in him? So that's point blank. They want to talk about love. Oh, we got to love, and the people walking around here don't want to love nobody. You see your brother in need. So here I am. I'm coming to you. My rent is $1,000. I'm about to get kicked out. You worrying about me whether or not I'm using drugs because I'm looking so skinny, and I'm getting skinnier by the moment. My clothes is falling off. So you ain't thinking that it might be stress. You automatically think I'm in the corner somewhere smoking. Maybe around the corner from the church smoking. And you come around the corner to see if you could catch me. So you can have something to back up your lying story. And I ain't paying nothing. I ain't giving her nothing. And next thing you know, you don't see Sister Jordan for months. Now you want to talk about Sister Jordan. When Sister Jordan come to church, how the saints not come to church? How Sister Jordan gonna come to church? She ain't got nowhere to live. She living in a shoebox. I'm laughing. The only reason why I'm laughing because I went through it. Not with my rent, but I went through it. Where I was in the shelter, but I didn't tell them nothing. I was in the shoebox. God didn't allow me to be in the shoebox. Thank the Lord for that. But I'm in the shoebox. Got my kids. Got to be dropping my kids off. Got them with living with somebody else. Who knows? Got my kids with me. We all living in the shoebox. Now we all skinny. So now we all using drugs. I got to laugh at myself because just thinking about these people in the minds of these saints is pathetic. And they talk about they listening to the word. You better do what the word say. If it ain't in the word, I ain't doing it. Well, this is in the word. It say, how dwelleth the love of God in him? So that means you ain't got no love. That's a question. It starts with a question word, how. So that means ponder it. Ask yourself that. How the crazy you walk around here talking about you love God, you got love in you, and Evangelist Jordan rent is $1,000, and you talking about I ain't giving it to her. I heard them say out of their mouth, nope, I ain't helping them. Somebody committed sin and killed somebody, or some white person, and I'm using this perspective, not that I'm racist, I'm using it because this is what was said. Some white person go do something to a black person, and now everybody's feeling some kind of way because they black. Please, whether you're black, white, green, or yellow, whatever, if you don't do right, you're going to hell. God ain't discriminating against you not getting in hell, and not getting in heaven, and you don't live the life, and you don't do what he said, and you don't follow his word, and you don't treat everybody right, and you doing everything, and you got the Holy Ghost in you, and you letting the Holy Ghost guide you. So now you get up to heaven, and you black, and he gonna tell you ain't gonna get up in there. No. He has no respect. You know I gotta have my... Okay, so it's not... What? Oh, check this out. Leviticus 19:15, King James Version say, "Ye shall do no unrighteousness in judgment. Thou shalt not respect the person of the poor, nor honor the person of the mighty. But in righteousness shalt thou judge thy neighbor." So you're not supposed to be thinking no negative thoughts, no non-positive thoughts about nobody. You're supposed to judge your neighbor based on righteousness. But that ain't the scripture I'm looking for. But that was a good one. Okay. Romans 2:11 said, "For there is no respect of persons with God." And starting from the 8th verse, it says, "But unto them that are contentious and do not obey the truth, but obey unrighteousness, indignation and wrath, tribulation and anguish upon every soul of man that doeth evil, of the Jew first, and also of the Gentile. But glory, honor, and peace to every man that worketh good, to the Jew first, and also to the Gentile. Why? For there is no respect of persons. For as many as have sinned, excuse me, for as many as have sinned without law shall also perish without law. But as many as have sinned in the law shall be judged by the law. So there's no respect of persons. So you want to sit around here and you want to be disrespecting me because of the simple fact I look skinny, and because my clothes falling off of me, and because I look different. I ain't helping her. Well, I thank God that God is my provider. The song says, and I'm going to end here after that. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life. Dun, 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 dun. Surely goodness and mercy. I don't know whether I went the right note or whether I went an octave up. Shall follow me all the days of my life. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life. I gotta go back down. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life. Let me sing. There's another part. And I shall dwell in the house of the Lord forever, and I shall feast at the table prepared for me Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of 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 my life, all the days of my life, all the days of my life. I'm gonna dwell in the kingdom all the days of my life. Oh, surely goodness, oh, and mercy, surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all of the days, all of my days, all of my days, all of my days, all of my days. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days, all the days of my life. Oh, thank you, Lord. So, with that song being sang, y'all be sweet. Y'all be righteous. Y'all be good. Think good thoughts, and you will do good things. Think good thoughts, and you will do good deeds. God bless you.